Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that constantly demands our attention. Distractions are everywhere and the noise around us is overwhelming. But today I want to remind you of something powerful, something that if embraced can completely change your life. That thing is focusing on yourself and not wasting time. Time is the most valuable gift we have. We cannot buy more of it, borrow it from someone else, or save it for later. Once it's gone forever. Yet how often do we squander it? How often do we waste it on things that don't matter? Things that lead nowhere and drain our energy without giving anything back. In this fast-pacing world, we often take time for granted, assuming it will always be there when we need it. The truth is, time is limited, and once it passes, we can never reclaim it. Every moment that ticks by is a moment we will never get back, no matter how hard we try. This realization should change the way we view our time and how we choose to spend it. Consider for a moment how often we waste time on things that don't truly matter. We spend hours scrolling through social media, lost in the lives of others, comparing ourselves to what we see on our screens. We waste time on unproductive habits, procrastinating on important tasks, or pushing aside things that can help us grow. We often fill our days with distractions, things that bring momentary pleasure but leave us empty once they're over. In these moments, we forget that every minute we spend doing something unimportant is a minute that could have been used to build something meaningful. When we begin to truly understand the value of time, it shifts our mindset. We start to approach each day with purpose, making intentional choices about how we spend our hours. We stop letting the days slip by unnoticed. Instead, we look for opportunities to invest our time in things that matter, whether it's working on our personal development, building relationships with people we care about, or working toward our long-term goals. Every moment becomes an opportunity to move forward. The choices we make today have a profound impact on our tomorrow. If we waste time today, we'll find ourselves regretting it in the future, wishing we had done things differently. But when we make the most of our time, using it wisely, we can look back and see how far we've come. Yet even though time is limited, we often fall into the trap of thinking we have all the time in the world. We say things like, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'll start next week." But the truth is, tomorrow isn't promised. We never know what the future holds. Every day we put off what matters is a day we've wasted. When we take time for granted, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to create a meaningful life. When we start to recognize time for what it truly is, a precious, fleeting resource, we begin to value it differently. We realize that every moment holds potential. Whether it's dedicating ourselves to our work, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking time to reflect and recharge. We start to see that how we use our time shapes the kind of life we live. The small choices we make every day add up, and in the end, they define who we are and what we've achieved. Understanding the value of time is not just about being busy or productive all the time. It's about being mindful of how we spend it. It's about investing our time in the things that truly matter and in the people who matter most. When we begin to treat time with the respect it deserves, we begin to live with intention, making the most of every day and every moment we have. We live in a world where comparison is constantly encouraged, whether it's through social media, advertisements, or even the people around us. Everywhere we turn, someone seems to be doing better, achieving more, or living a more glamorous life. It's easy to get caught up in this comparison trap, to look at others and feel like we're falling short. We begin to measure our worth based on someone else's success, which leads to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and self-doubt. But the truth is, comparing yourself to others is one of the most destructive habits you can adopt. It takes away from the unique journey you're meant to walk. When we compare ourselves to others, we often overlook the fact that everyone's life is different. Everyone operates under different circumstances. The person you're comparing yourself to might have advantages or opportunities you don't have, or they might be on a different timeline altogether. What you see on the surface doesn't tell the full story. Social media, for example, is a curated glimpse into someone's life, often highlighting only the best moments while hiding the struggles and challenges they face. This distorted view makes it easy to feel like we're not measuring up. In reality, we are only seeing part of the picture. Moreover, comparison robs us of our own individuality. God has designed each of us with our own set of gifts, challenges, and purposes. When we focus on what others are doing, we lose sight of our own path and begin to deviate from what we are truly meant to do. Your life is not meant to be a copy of someone else's. It's meant to be a unique expression of who you are, with your own strengths, passions, and experiences. The energy spent comparing yourself to others is energy wasted. Instead of focusing on someone else's achievements, it would be far more productive to look inward and ask, what do I want to achieve? What am I passionate about? How can I grow and become the person I'm meant to be? By shifting the focus from others to yourself, you take ownership of your own life and begin to invest in your personal growth. This self-focus doesn't mean being selfish. It means recognizing that you have a unique journey to take and that your worth is not tied to anyone else's accomplishments. It's important to understand that comparison doesn't motivate you to be better. It discourages you and can make you feel stuck. It creates a sense of competition where there doesn't need to be one. Life is not a race, and there is no need to measure your progress against someone else's. Each person's pace is different, and success comes in many forms. The key is to focus on your own journey, your own progress, and to celebrate the steps you take forward, no matter how small they may seem. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you open the door to self-acceptance and growth. You can begin to appreciate who you are, what you've accomplished, and where you're headed, rather than feeling frustrated about what you don't have. You can start to feel gratitude for the unique path you're walking. It's only when you stop comparing yourself that you can truly begin to thrive. Every single one of us has been given a unique purpose, a reason for our existence that is unlike anyone else's. However, in the rush of life and the noise that surrounds us, it's easy to forget that we are not here by accident. Our lives are meant to have meaning, and discovering that meaning is one of the most important journeys we can take. The key to living a fulfilling life is to focus on understanding and living out this purpose. And it all begins with the willingness to look inward, to listen, and to reflect on what we are truly meant to do. Often we find ourselves distracted by external pressures, society, family expectations, or the demands of work, telling us what we should be doing or who we should be. These voices can drown out the quiet, still voice within that is trying to lead us toward our own calling. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to live up to someone else's idea of success, following a path that isn't our own. But when we do this, we risk losing sight of our own unique journey. Your purpose is not defined by someone else's achievements or by the standards set by society. It is something that is deep within you, something that only you can fulfill. The first step in discovering your purpose is to stop and reflect. In our busy, fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the quiet moments that allow us to hear our inner voice. Taking time to pause, to disconnect from the distractions, and to listen to what truly stirs your heart is essential. What are you passionate about? What are the things that bring you joy and fulfillment? These are the clues to understanding your purpose. Often the things that excite you the most are the things that align with your deepest calling. Pay attention to the activities or causes that make you feel most alive and inspired. They are the road signs pointing toward your purpose. But discovering your purpose doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and self-awareness. It requires a willingness to explore different paths, try new things, and sometimes even fail. Failure is not the opposite of purpose. It's part of the journey. Each setback teaches us something valuable about ourselves, helping us refine our understanding of what we're meant to do. The key is to keep moving forward, to continue seeking, and to trust that the path will become clearer with time. Living out your purpose is not always easy. It requires courage, determination, and a willingness to stand firm in the face of challenges. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the world tries to pull you in a different direction. But when you know your purpose, when you have clarity about why you're here, you find the strength to persevere. Your purpose gives you direction, focus, and resilience. It becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded when life gets chaotic. The beauty of focusing on your purpose is that it doesn't just benefit you. It has a ripple effect on those around you. When you live authentically, when you are in tune with your true calling, you inspire others to do the same. Your purpose isn't just for your own benefit. It's part of a bigger picture, a greater plan. The impact of living with purpose extends far beyond yourself, touching the lives of others in ways you may never fully understand.